Okay, let's make some beds for the Tiki Tunnel. So we're going to be getting more capsicum, which is your peppers, and the curcubit, the cucumber, into the Tiki Tunnel at the top. But we need to create planters for them, planting beds for them. So that's what we're on with right now. Okay. So we've marked on the intervals, working from the bottom there. So that's your first 3 feet there, second 3 feet there, and then what you've got left. What we need to do now is using our Yankee square, the old Empire square, is draw a line across there, which I can't obviously do while I'm holding the camera, but yeah, making sure that it's flush with the wood. You notice square then, and then you can draw your lines across there, and they'll be perfect, or as near as damn it. All right. You'll have to forgive the background noise, boys and girls. One of the other allotmenteers is trimming his edge, and he's letting everybody know about it. But that's the essential kit for a foot deep one. So it's 1 foot deep. By just less than 2 feet wide it's going to be, and those are the components that you need for it. So you need 4 sides, 4 ends, and you also need to join them together. Hang on, I'll just pause it for a sec. Oh, he's off again. So we've got some 2x1 there, the metric 2x1, and because that's 240, we'll be doing them in 60 centimetre, no sorry, 30 centimetre cuts, so we'll get 8 out of them. Now those 8 are going to be enough to do 2 of those beds, and what you do is you attach those to here. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, you stop now, that's good, I like that, nice that. Hello! I'm trying the hands-free. We have to stand there for you to see me. But what we're going to be doing is, I've marked out on there the 30 centimetre marks. We're going to need 4 cuts. So for that, we're using the jigsaw. Best thing to use really for this. You can be quite precise and it's quick. So we're using our wheelbarrow as a Black & Decker workmate. Thusly, we've got our 4 joining pieces ready to go. So yeah, see you in a mo. Okay, so we've essentially got kits together there, and we're going to be screwing those together using just your standard decking screws really. So we've got some long 65mm ones, and we've got some 40mm ones. And the 40mm ones are the ones we're going to be using when we're stitching them with that. But initially, we're going to be using the longer ones, the 65s. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so there's our initial fix. Just a couple of screws through. If you stand them up, find a flat spot if you can, it's always ideal, and stand them up like that, then it's relatively straightforward and simple. When I flip that over and I put the next end piece on at the bottom, that should be square because they're all measured the same, if you like. So that should be square. But to reinforce it then, we'll be making another box, so there's 2 boxes. To reinforce it then, we'll be putting those in as reinforcement fixings, if you like, to it. And for that we'll be using then the 45mm decking screws. Well, that's had the 65. Was it 65? I'm guessing it was 65. So forgetful these days, boys and girls. Yes, 65. 4.5mm by 65 in length. We've gone down into there, and then we're going to make a box out of that. 2 boxes, reinforced, There's your bed. Okay, so those are our 2 boxes that we've created of 6 inches depth by just short of 2 feet width and 3 feet in length. They're going to be sort of stitched together using those. So that is the next step. I'll show you that now. And there you go. Excuse me. A nice, simple little planter, 20-minute job. That. Cutting, measuring, cutting, screwing it. As you can see, it's well braced with the screws on the joints. They're going into the 2x1. Okay. So all that remains for that now is to be painted up. Because it's not tannalised or treated wood, pressure treated or aged, seasoned wood, that's going to have to be painted up with the Ronseal fence life stuff. So we'll do that now on the plastic there that I've got. That's the visqueen sheeting we had, or some of the visqueen sheeting that we had that was left over from the poly tunnel. Polyvisqueen sheeting, horticultural grade. So we're going to be painting onto that so we don't stain the lane. Yakida! Okay, so while that's drying, we'll knock up another. Why the hell not? Hiya. Now, believe it or not, there are plants on this allotment plot which haven't been taken care of. They've been neglected. Now, to be fair, we never knew we had them until about a month ago, but I'll show you. Now, if you remember last year, if you were a viewer, around August time last year, I planted Christmas potatoes in that bed. Was it August or September? It might have been September last year. I planted some new potatoes in that bed. One of them came up in there, and we pulled out enough for about half a Christmas dinner. It was very disappointing. But this year, they must have been lying dormant or something, because they've come up. The potatoes that we planted, there were 6 or 7 seed potatoes planted in there, but they've come up, look. I mean, that one on the end's bounced along. Now, they've never been watered. They haven't been watered all year. In fact, I think the last time that they were watered was probably something like November last year. But they're still coming through. Now, unless I water them, they're going to die, because obviously there hasn't been any water in there. So I'm going to give them some water now. I'm going to give them 2 cans, probably 20 litres in total, throughout that bed. And we'll see how they get on. Because I think that we're probably looking there at, what are we in now, May. I think, looking at them, 1st or 2nd week of June, they'll be ready for pulling out. And it'll be really interesting to see what we've actually got. I've got to get those water bottles out there as well, because I'm going to be needing them shortly too. That's why I've come up here. But looking at that, we've got a good crop there. Or we'll have a decent crop. And there's the horse's tail. Or mare's tail. That's coming up as well. So we'll get a couple of them out. While we're here. But yeah, that's unusual for me, isn't it? To actually neglect a plant. So yeah, we're going to crack on. And they're in. So there's 1 bag of the compost in each one of those, plus 6 handfuls of bone meal, not bloodfish and bone, but bone meal in there. And it's been watered. Excuse me. So they've had 7 litres of water, or 2 cans each. Next, we're going to put in the next layer of the compost. That's going to go in with no nutrition in it at all, but it is going to have perlite. It's going to have a bag of perlite in it, in the mix. All to get those roots from more tomatoes, Californian wonder peppers, and the Corno de Toro Rosso that are in there. All these are going to be going in, along with cucumbers. But we're not going to put them 6 to a bed there, because people have pointed out that they may be a little bit close together there, and there could be potential for blight. So we're going to put 4 or maybe 5 to each one of these 4 or maybe 5 to each one of these, and we'll see how we go with them. But yeah, so the next stage is get the rest of the compost in there, and then we'll move on to the open bottomed pots that we're going to be putting the plants into. So that's not so bad now. That's nearly there. They're the sunken pots. Going to carry on in there. Another half an hour, I think we'll have it all done. Happy days. So there we are. Beds are in. Thought I'd throw that little floating table in there as well, because I found that in that top twin wall polycarbonate greenhouse at the top there, at the back. So yeah. Right, so I'm off to do the garden for the kids. So it's a centre for kids that we're going to, one of Helen's, and we're just doing a bit of a garden for them. Planting some stuff in, planting some vegetables in for them. So we're off there now. Okay, see you in a bit. Bye bye. Get your welly on, James. Hi there, little farmer. Mini digger. Mini digger. We're at one of the centres that Helen runs for the kids, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a garden for them, or getting some veggies in for them. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So yeah, there's some nice little garden spots knocking around. She's got some plans. The lady farmer has plans for this, and we're just helping out. We're just planting a vegetable plot at the front with donated veggies that the Eden dwellers have kindly donated. Right, so she's just getting some weeds out there. I'm going to join her in a minute, raking that flat, and then we can start getting some of the veggies in. I didn't realise it was big as this. I can fetch some more down if you want. Didn't realise it was that big, but we could have one for potatoes. I've got loads of potatoes. Could have veggies in that one and potatoes in that one if you want. And then whatever else at the back, yeah. Yeah, well, it will look nice. It looks smart. Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's get cracking. Right, so if all that comes through, they'll have full veggie bellies, won't they? The sprogs that are here. Each one of these is going to be a new shallot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably about the same on that one. Probably get 6 off each of them, so 6 is a 36. You get 36 shallots there. There's lettuce either side. We've got spinach down there. And all look like Popeye after that. Courgettes. Fingers crossed, it might be a bit early for the courgettes, but we're going to give them a whirl. If they don't come through, we'll get something else in if they die off. But they were courtesy of Mick, so I thought I'll get them outside. And we've got the rocket, as I say, there, lettuce, different lettuces. And that is full of spuds. There's 30 spuds gone in there, of varying types. Earlies, second earlies, and a couple of mains, 2 or 3 main crops in there. So we'll have it as a mixed bag, as a surprise for the kids. As they die off and the stems fall, that's when you dig them out, so the kids can dig them out, see what they've got. Is it a red potato? Is it a little one? Is it a big one? Whatever you want to go at. But they've all gone at the same time then, so they should get a succession of potatoes that they can be pulling out of there. Happy days. And there they are, all done. I'll fix the hose pipe as well. What I have forgotten about, I put the slug pellets down there, but what I have forgotten about is that potentially there are pigeons around. There's a couple of candidates. Now if they suss that out, oh, could all be in vain, couldn't it? But we'll see how we get on. I'll be down tomorrow. I'll come down tomorrow after work and net that up. There's a semi-naked little farmer. Hi there, farmer. You've been being sprayed? Hmm? No, they're not messing about. I don't want them wet in the car. So, but yeah, we've got courgettes, spinach, lettuce. I put sort of like the mostly green there, and the rosé coloured one over there. The shallots, the rocket. We've got labels on them all as well, and a load of mixed bag spuds. So yeah, enjoyed that. Ellen's just over there with the kids. We've done it as a family thing, and yeah, I'm sure she'll make a cracking space of a cracking environment, a garden environment for them. The sensory gardens going in and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Please comment, like, subscribe if you've not already subscribed. If you have subscribed, ring the bell notification icon so you can catch up with more of these little adventures. Alright, see you later. Take care of yourselves. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This is Guru Murphindas signing out. And remember, keep growing with your head down, and we'll love you all. Ta-da.